all you creative people. Thank you for coming back to my channel. This is Lisa, Paper Lace and Bling. And we are going to work on our 4th page today. And I got some pretty good ideas, I think. And if you remember, this was in one of the other videos I ended up not using. I think I've got a good use for it now. So if you ended up making this, yay. I also have, this is, I think it's in My Favorite Things, stitched jumbo fishtail. And it's, you know, so it's got the stitching around it. Here are the 4 smallest ones. So I cut out 2 sets of those. And so that I just wanted to make sure you saw. In case you were wondering where that came from. So on page 4, this is the largest of the 2 pages. And first, I've got 2 papers here that are cut just slightly smaller like I've been doing. And I went ahead and put in 1 score line so that I could be that much prepared for you guys. Okay, so on this one, I'm not going to be able to glue it down yet because I'm going to want an end on the top here. But I'm going to line it all the way up to the edge. And I want this all the way up to the edge. I want this to come very, very close to the pocket that we made when we put it together. So let me just... Okay, so I have that right there, and there is just a little teeny bit of a break, which is what I want because I wanted it to be laying flat. We're going to put a swing tab here, okay? But for right now, I put that paper clip there to remind me, don't glue that down. So, okay, so we've got that. And that's pretty much, I think, that page. Now, I did want to put this in somewhere, and I wanted to add another flap, but just trying to think. I'm going to put the base of this, which I believe is 3/8. Yes, this is 3/8 here that we did. And I'm going to put it to the right-hand side of my 1/2-inch gusset here. And then I'm going to take a whole page. Let me go ahead and put a, well, where's my cool cutter? I don't even know where it is. Okay. Yeah, we'll just use this. I don't know. Maybe I took it out working on something out there. I don't know. I don't see it, so we'll just assume. Okay, so 1/2 inch. Fold. Okay. So now, on the front here, as we open it up, I always like the continuation of flipping, you know, it's nice. So this, I believe I'm just going to attach, but I think I'm going to give myself a little bit of a gusset. It's not going to be able to be an 1/8. I think I'll do my rolled gusset. Okay, so we did this at a 1/2, right? So I'm going to scoot where the So you have a hole and then a peg, and then a hole and then a peg. So I moved the score mark to the beginning of one of these pegs. It's kind of in the middle between the hole and the peg. So I'm really still kind of scoring right into that same area, but it's making it wider, and it's going to make it more like it's rolled instead of squared. And so now I'm going to do that exact opposite. I am going to put the score line on the first score line I made now is on a peg on this side, right in between the two, and I'm going to go ahead and score. Okay, so now when you fold it, it's round. It's not square. And I just love that look so much better. The only thing you have to be careful of is you don't want to force, you don't want to do this, because then you lose the roundness. And it will eventually, the flap will eventually get to a point where it will flatten because of where it is in its own place in the book. Okay? So, now this I can go ahead and cut, I think I'm going to do about 1/4 of an inch from the edge of the page. And that mark is right there. And there we go. Okay, so you will have a flap and a flap, all right? And then we'll have these two pieces. And I want to do this as the top. And I think I'm going to have all 4 edges. Of the top with the deco. Okay. So that'll be like that. I think these are probably going to be the file folder closures, the little circle pieces. So I want this to be a high pocket, but I want it higher than that. I want it to go up underneath. So I don't know that I have enough to do both. So I need another paper. There we go. Okay, so I want both to be the same. So I'm going to do both out of one piece of paper here. And I think I should have enough. So let's see where we want this. And then I'm going to also make decorative cuts in them so they'll be easy. I think that it's almost 1 inch from the top, but then if I take one of our decorative pieces here, maybe that one, it's the deepest one, that will make it super easy to get in and out of. Okay, so I think that's what I'll do, and I'll let you know in just a second what the height is if you want it exactly like mine. The height is 4.5. It's a little short, a little shy of 4.5, but if you have a scrap, that'll be perfect. So now, back to my scoreboard, and I'm going to score 1/2 inch on both sides because I think I have enough to make 2 pockets out of 1. Okay, so there's that. We will need that again in a sec. That's extra. This is extra. Okay, so we're going to fold our fold. Put her on the edge and make a mark. Where'd I put my pencil? I just had it. Put a mark right where you're going to want it to be scored at. And then I'm going to do the same with this side. Lay it down. Put a mark where we're going to score at. Alright. This is where my... There it is. This is where this comes in really handy. Okay. Alright, so we have okay, so I'm going to score where I made the first mark. And there's my 1/2 inch, and cut and score my 1/2 inch and cut. There wasn't a whole lot to cut, but you know, bulk. I'm always worried about bulk. Okay, so that can come back over here, and I'm going to go ahead. Now, if you wanted to, you could have made it could have made it 5 inches and put one across the bottom. I seem to see more and more people doing that now, that it's coming back. We used to do that years ago, all the time. That's was the only way we made a pocket. And then we started doing this, where you just glue down the sides. I think for what I'm going to do in here, it's fine. If you have pockets that you're going to put a lot of stuff in, it is better to have a 1/2 inch fold over. And I'll do a pocket like that so that on this series, if you're interested, so you can be reminded what it, what it was. Okay, let's get these. Did I do both? Yeah. And then trim these off. We're trimming these off so people, well, first off, it starts piling up at the more layers that you put on. So if people are looking at the book and tend to look on the side, they're going to see layer after layer after layer. If you cut it off so that when you're looking at it, like this, you don't have another piece of paper that's just sticking out a 1/2 inch right there. It's cut back so nobody can see that. And when you're sealing the pocket, it makes the bottom of the pocket lay down a little nicer as well. Okay? All right, so get our little buddy back here. And I'm going to go ahead, before I glue these down, because it'll be a whole lot easier, I'm going to put this, meet it right across the top. Let me find my center. Just use any line and find your center. 1, 1, 1, 1, yeah, right there. Okay, and then we're just going to take our pencil and draw around. There's one. Do this again. Let's see. There we go. Right about there. And this goes right here. Just take your time. Let that pencil just float around your little circle things, and there we go. So now we have both of those. Let's get these cut out. I've been doing so much fussy cutting recently that my hand just feels like it's always in a pair of scissors. But I have two different pair that my brand new, the brand new set that I got, the bumblebee scissors that I got for my birthday from my girl Laurel, my bestie. And then I also have the Tim Holtz. So I kind of switch out between the two of those. Oh, my battery. Sorry you lost the little picture here. That little stinker didn't charge for me. There, it's charging. I'm going to go ahead and power that off because it's down to 5%. We'll never get it. My son keeps telling me, you just buy a new one. And I'm like, no. It works. I just have to make sure that when it's charging, that it's actually, when I've got it plugged in, that I'm actually charging it and it's not plugged in. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let's just take your time. If you are cutting in front of or in back of or on the line, just try and keep that going the whole time. So taking your time is mandatory. At least for me, you might be better at it than I am. Alright, just two more little loopy things. And we're going to be done with that. Alright, so where is my little thing here? So I'm going to go ahead. I need to make sure that I have the right size. Okay, it looks like maybe this goes here. Much better. And this goes here. Yes. Alright, where's my glue? I keep looking at the phone like I'm looking at you guys. But you're not there. I'm here, but nobody's, you know. I'm here, but nobody's home. I don't know. I don't think that works quite like that. Okay, and then we'll just glue a little stream right across the bottom there. And I start from the outside corner. And there we go. Good, 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 good. One down. Oh, don't forget. All right. Come on. Got a little crooked on me and now it's wanting to fight me. Don't you fight me. I will win. I have scissors. Okay, so I don't know. I don't think they're any lower, but this one gets covered up and this one doesn't. So I'm not really sure. These are even, aren't they? Yeah. So we'll have to figure that one out. We'll do something. Okay, so now on the inside, my idea was, so let's see, that's used. In here I have this and this and this, so this won't work. This one will. So I didn't want to go up past the little bottom part of the little, you know. So there will be a like a piece across the top, and I think I'm also going to do each one of the side. Oop, almost did the wrong one. Each one of the corners. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad because I already did it. And it looks like it's going to be just fine glued down. Still, you know, it is glued down. Okay, so I like that. I'm going to leave this part not done. Yeah, just going to leave that part not done. Okay, so what I've got here is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1/8. Let me erase a mark on here. Okay. So 4 1/8. And I'm going to start basically right where this piece is. And I need to know, here we go. This is 5 inches from the start of the center piece here. It is 5 inches. So if I make 4 by 4, okay, so I kind of need four of them. So if I do wow, if I do a 1/4 inch, I can get 4 in. So I'm going to do, I'll probably get 2 out of this one. Alrighty. I don't know. I got to think what I want to do here. Okay. 4 1/8 is my size, and I'm going to go ahead, put this at 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Okay. I'm going to score at 4 and cut. I'm going to do that again. 4 1/4. Score at, oh, come on now. There we go. And cut. And this needs to be 4 1/8, which I believe. Let me line these up because I want them to be the same. So, there we go. Good job. Lisa. Okay, so I think I'll only probably get one out of this. We're going to go to 4 1/4, score at 4, and cut. So I need 5 more of those. So we're going to get and cut Let me make sure that I've got this measured correctly. There we go. And come here. And then this one, oh, for heaven's sakes, that is not straight at all. Okay, now it's nice and straight. Okay, so we're just going to do 4 1/4, score at 4. Because remember, there's nothing that says you have to have a 1/2 inch folded hinge anywhere. And these are not going to get, like, you know, huge amounts of use or anything, so they will be fine. If it's something that's holding the book together or something that is holding a lot of stuff, then I would recommend it, you know, at least a 1/2 inch. But there's that. And then I have to see how many more I need because I've lost count. Okay, these will make great tags. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. I need one more. And I don't think I have. Nope. So another piece. Another piece. Cut it. Oopsie. Okay, so we're going to do one more. 4 1/4. And cut. Now I have 4 for each side. And we're going to fold these. Make sure they're nice and straight. Okay. That did not get straight, so you just want to pull on it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so bringing back this little piece, let me go ahead and close this up and move it so you can see clearly what I'm doing. All right, so I have 4 of these bad boys that I want to start here. So I've lined my ruler up. Oh, left that on. There we go. Let's get these down. Now I don't clip the edges off of these. And I want to center this. Let me pull this around this way. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's not perfectly centered. There we go. Okay, once you get one down, now I do want to leave this just like this. And let me go ahead and get the first one over here. And once you get one down, then you're just going to feed off of that one. So it's really important to get this first one nice and straight. Okay. So that looks really nice. Yes, I like that. Okay, so now open these up and let's just continue. And this is when you know if you have folded these up nice and straight or not, because you're going to put these together, close it up, and other than it being a little not quite the same thickness, I wonder, where am I here? That's the same. Okay, so let's put this one. This one's a little thinner. I wonder, I don't know how that happened, but we're going to go with it. So this one's a little thinner as well. And just butt it up to the next one, just like we do the waterfalls. Check and make sure it's nice and straight. There we go. Now let me see if I have another one that's thinner. I do. I have these two. And this goes with these. Okay, so we can do that. Okay. There and there. So, good. All right. One more here. And then there we go. Okay, so there's 4 on that side. Okay, and the next one. Oops. Don't want to get it on the flap. So now these will take 4x4 pictures. So it's 4 and an 8 by 4. So you will have a little bit of an edge. And these will probably remain blank on the back. I probably won't do anything to them. It'll just make it way too thick. Okay, so then we've got this one. And there we go. You always want to flip it over and make sure you're not gluing your flaps down from oozing glue. Okay, so there's that. Then with these, let's see. Oh, here it is. I need 4. Okay, so I think the first one is going to keep them closed. And then the other ones are going to maybe on the inside upper. And I'll just glue part of it. So you can get a picture up in there, but it'll be great for writing space. Oh, sorry. I could glue these as tuck spots so that you'd still be able to get a photo up underneath here. So it would just be glued top and side. So as you flip, then we'd have the smaller one and flip and have the smaller one, and that's the smallest one we make, you know, that's in the thing. But I think this one is going to help keep it closed, because that will end up, with paper on it and everything, it will end up being pretty bulky. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I do need, let's see, I do need, this is about 1 1/8 inches. Just going to score it 1/2 inch. And it should be enough for both of them. But whatever scrap you have that's about 1 inch, because we just need a hinge. Okay, and the hinge needs to be this large, but I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it. So I'm going to glue along the bottom and just kind of set that so I can see where I need the glue. And just glue it down. It does want to come up the little stitches. So just be wary. Just be wary. Make sure I'm not gluing my flap closed. Nope. Okay. And let's go ahead and get the other one done. Again, I'm going to glue right along the bottom. I'm just going to go from this side. There we go. Flip this around. And there we go. Good job. And then we're just going to cut that off. And then I'm going to take this little, nope, don't need to, because it's going to be covered, so we don't need to fiddle with that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and glue these down. And I wanted a small, medium, where is it? Okay. So, top and side. And there we go. And then the next one we could actually put across on the other side. So we kind of save a little bit on bulk. It's a little bit more distribution of bulk. Okay, so then there's that one. And then we have the little one here. I guess we could put the little one right in the center, but they don't offset, so no, we'll just put this one back over here. So there's that. And then here I will probably do a little pocket. Probably a little pocket here, which will have a tag in it, which you'll be able to write. So now I just need to lay these down. Well, that one went a little off kilter, didn't it? I missed that. I did miss that. So another thing that you can do, if you need to move it this way, but it's glued down, you can tilt it a little bit and make a new fold line. And that will help straighten it out a little bit. Just don't, you can't do too much, but there is a little bit of a leeway. See, and this one is kind of worked its way. So I'm just going to give that a new little score line up there. And then give this one a new little score line. Okay. There, that's better. All right. Now, I want to find my center. So let's go ahead and open this up. Glue this down. So I need one of these down for a moment. There and there. So we have boom, boom. So this is my center. So I'm just going to eyeball it. It is so nice to have a grid to work with. So, you know, if you guys, that's one thing you should definitely, you know, have. Whether it's just, you know, even if it's something that is like this size, because these sizes, and at Joann's and Michael's you can buy them in the sewing department and use the coupon. So I think both of them carry them, but Joann's has got more choices. Hobby Lobby carries a lot of them as well. So let me see where I'm at here. Help me find my center. Oops. Open that up. And glue this down. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There we go. Okay. So we have pocket on the outside, and then we have 2 waterfalls on the inside, and I'm going to do a mirror image. So what's to the inside, I'm going to put to the inside. What's to the outside, you know, so I'm sure that you can see. And the middle one, need here and here. There we go. And then here and here. Just line her up in the corner. And there we go. And then again, I probably will put pockets here, but we'll see about that. And I didn't put the little bits, the little fancy things on each end, because I think that will make it a little too busy. I think we'll be fine just like this. And bringing this back, I can go ahead and glue this down. I do want to snip my sides off. And remember, this is the one that has the rounded, so you don't want to score it down, flattening it. You want to keep that round edge. And it's really neat looking too. So when you do get it where you want it, you're going to open it up and you're just going to score right here. I'm just pushing all of that scorage out, so it's going to be nice and rounded. Okay, can't do this one, but that will go right along this edge, and then this is going to be closed with a swing tab. And this, I don't know if I'm going to use a swing tab or magnets, probably magnets, but I'm going to slip this right here in the center. And I think I'm going to stick it up closer to the top than to the bottom. But that is probably not going to want to lay very well. Okay, so if I bring it over to the score line on this side, it will give it a little bit more room, but it is not going to lay down flat with this. Now, I did leave room. This is going to fold nicely. So there is room for this to work properly. Boom and boom. What do I think I'm going to do in here? I don't know. If I do a side pocket, I can just flatten that. And then maybe I can just put a pocket here. I think I'm going to go ahead and flatten this. It is good to know how to do one of these rounded gussets. I use them quite often. But in this instant, it's just not going to work for me. So, yeah, see now it's going to lay down much better. You always want to think about that, where things are going to lie. All right, now I've got my little cheat sheet, and one of them is the top. This one is the top. I want to make sure that where I put it, I'm going to catch it with the brad, and I am. So I think this puppy is going to be put right here. So I'm just going to put a line of glue to the outside. And I'm going to put it where it's not going to stick out the top. Can't have it sticking out the top. But I'm going to bring it over to the score line. Not on it, not over it. Just kind of right up to it. On this side. Yeah, so it leaves a little bit more room. It's not going to be much. Excuse me. I've had a little bit of allergy things today. Okay, so I thought maybe I had cut, but no, I guess I decided not to cut those orange pieces until I was ready for them. So, orange paper is right here. Let's see what I can get. I think I'm going to put a small piece in. Yeah, I should have. Let me just make a mark. Okay, and we're going to cut here. I'm going to use my Fiskars because sometimes it just does better. All right. So, oh, well, that wasn't very good at all, but you know what? I think it was unevenly cut last time. I think I remember that. I'm going to make sure I have a nice straight cut on this. And we're going to try this again. Going to right there. Just staying, just right inside the two score lines. All right, so let's try this again. Voila. That's much better. It's not as wide as I'd like, but had I done this before I put this down, I could pull it up. I think I might. Might not. Huh. I just put, no, I'm not going to pull it up. We're just going to glue this down and be very happy about it. Dad, burn it. So, I'm going to stick it right down the center. Make a little mark. Cut. And I don't think I'd been inking this just yet. There we go. Now you do want to get this down really well. This is what's helped keeping your pages in here. Then we're going to take, I marked the top so that each one of them would get marked the same way. I need my little okay, and then we're going to poke the holes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, keep your template. Very, very handy. Oh goodness. Okay, and then I need 1, 2, and 3. I've got other things pulled out for other videos. And I think I'll do, I can't remember now. What did I do? Oh, I didn't do this one. Okay. So I have, first one is this piece, so that will be the 3rd, and then this is in the 2nd and the 4th. How's that? Okay, so I'm going to do this with this, and I'm going to do it off camera because I'm going to do it the same way I'm doing this one, and then going to do this. Okay, so basically I need to tie this around this brad. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and stick these guys in. Flip her over.